We're joined once again by meteorologist Ian Kowalski with his full forecast. Guys, I was driving this morning to work. Book cliffs were beautiful. Saw those little snow caps. Also, I saw a lot of fog.
Yeah, I'm surprised you saw the book cliffs at all, actually, Kyle.
I was like standing in a cloud when I woke up and walked to my driveway.
Yeah.
So much fog.
Yeah, it was a little foggy this morning, and I think we might get a little bit more of that tomorrow, too. But the main thing we're going to be excited about is mountain snow. We all want to see it. I mean, we've talked about kind of a little bit of a drought ongoing right now. It's on the way. I'll tell you guys more about that here in a second. But right now, let's live in the moment. Let's live in the moment a little bit and see our America's Mattress Live Tower cam. Nice view here behind me. You can spot a little singular cloud or two over towards the Grand Mesa right now. But for the most part, clear. Feeling nice outside too. It was another warm day with all this sunshine. We really kind of missed out on those clouds. The moisture hung around at the surface. That's why you got that fog earlier on today. But it really started to clear out at those upper levels as we moved throughout the day. So sunny, 45 right now. Those winds not too strong. We started to calm down with those gusts for the most part. You might have felt a stronger one here or there, kind of in the more open areas. And our high in Grand Junction, man. Another warm day, still well above where we should be at, right? And the longer this warmth hang around, the closer we get to records. But the records are in the 50s right now, so we're okay for the day. 49 was your high here in Grand Junction. 14 degrees above where we should be at. 37, and our AM low was 29 degrees. So where should we be heading? We would like more moisture. And while we might not like cooler temperatures in terms of going outside, in terms of making this a great ski season and a great water year here on the western slope, we really do need some more moisture and cooler temperatures to back up that snow. 46 right now and clear in Montrose. So you know some of those mountains are still staying snow-capped, but kind of at the lower elevations is where you are seeing that melt right now. And really, for all of us, it's just because of these high temperatures we've seen. 49 in Montrose, 42 in Gunnison, 39 in Aspen. Especially look at these higher elevations, right? It should just be much cooler. You should be allowed to see in those mountain towns a lot more snowfall being allowed to stick around. But when you're seeing things like 12 degrees above average or 5 degrees above average in Aspen, you know, it's not going to see much change until we get a big, cool air mass. And that's going to mean a lot more clouds, a lot more snow here behind me on our satellite radar. And that's where we're heading. We are finally going to get kind of a big shift coming up. And so you'll see our camera at Powderhorn right now. Not too much snow staying there. It's going to fill all the way up as we get into Wednesday night and Thursday because of this low pressure system. You see this cold front up here too. It's going to stay a little bit stationary, right? Not too many shifts. It's really just this low, bringing that little bit of a ripple. Some clouds you're going to see throughout the day on Wednesday. You're going to start to see some elevation, right? At elevation, you're going to see that rain, that snow start to appear. But then this cold front, it's going to get a little bit closer, right? And you're going to see a second low form on the tail end of this front. What's that mean? A little bit more lift up in the air, and that's going to allow for heavier snow and rain on the back end of this system. And it's going to start to move out of the area. We'll dry out by the time we get into the weekend. So let's take a look at our futurecast, kind of see the front end of this. This is Tuesday at 11 p.m., you know. Not too much to talk about. Starting to see some clouds pop up a little bit, though, already as you get into the night, Tuesday into Wednesday. Starting to pop up a little bit more. This is Wednesday at 3 p.m., but still seeing highs in those upper 40s and low 50s. Could be warm enough still before that air mass arrives to really kind of put us in rain territory in the valleys, right? It's going to be too warm for us in Junction and Delta to see too much snow until you get really into those overnight hours. But then once you get here, Wednesday at 10 p.m., you notice moisture becomes much more widespread once that low pressure system starts to form a little bit down towards the Four Corners. And so you'll notice, again, rain in these valleys here. Junction, Delta, Montrose, Hotchkiss, Paonia, kind of just more on that rainfall in. At elevation, though, expect plenty of snowfall, so especially if you do our traveling, you'll notice just how widespread it is. A lot of moisture attached to the system. So do expect, again, potentially some travel, just slowing you down, generally speaking, along I-70 if you're heading towards anything near pass level as you get throughout the day on Thursday, really, because it's not going to stop. This is Thursday at 8 a.m. It's going to keep on going throughout the day. And you'll notice some gaps in the valleys here and there, but I do think for the most part, us in Junction and the Grand Valley are going to see a good amount of rain throughout the day here. It just depends on how cool we get. Look at this, 36 in Grand Junction at 4 p.m. on Thursday. Again, that's just too warm. It might get a little slick on the roads, especially as you get into the evening, though. So as you're getting off work or heading to work on Friday, it could slow you down a little bit, could see a little bit of ice here and there. But it is expected to end Thursday night, and that's going to mean we're going to start to dry out a little bit as we get into the weekend here. So our lows tonight, 29 in Junction, 25 in Delta, 27 in Montrose, 9 over in Gunnison. And those cooler temperatures, they are on the way right after that cold air mass comes our way, right? 33 on Friday, 14 overnight into Saturday. Much cooler temperatures as we head into the weekend. So enjoy the snow while we get it. Good time to go skiing.